Oh, there it is. There it is. Coach Geffy's been out there cogitating. Why is doing things with miters and stuff. Got all that took care of 11, and well, had this here idea. And what it is the deeper you drill, the more you feel. Well, on the surface, you can sort of understand that. And Coach Geffy's been talking to you about the consciousnesses and stuff. The deeper you drill, the more you feel. And it actually has to do with the closer you look at society and stuff. Well, hell, the more blurry and the more complex the society gets, and the more your feelings is called in to feel about all these here complex things. It really, until we was drilling deep and feeling deep, well, hell, it just did not happen. So in other words, there's a limit, and maybe there's a drawback to how much you feel, because yes, all the above. The virus, it'll hire us. Well, it'll infest us, and then, I'm sorry, Pussycat. It's freaking Pussycat out when you hear stuff like that. The deeper you drill, the more you feel. The age of Aquarius. The Aquarius. This Aquarius, the age of Aquarius is this people, is what it was. Now, Coach Geffy's likened it to the song back in the day. And I sort of understood. It has something to do with Chickaboo. And, once you get up there in the palmistry and the astrology, and, hop up there, Pussycat, and some esoteric things, you realize, well, hell, back in the day, we was moving to a different time. And we finally did. We crossed it over to the age of Aquarius, and they do query us. They query us. They stop you in the street and ask you these here things, which is really none of their business. Anyway, they had to do with the boo-boo. But it's the girl thing. It's a girl thing. And that's what it is. And Coach Geffy studying the physics and stuff. We look at the Heisenberg. And it has to do with dealing with momentum and states of kinetics and various other energy states. And what you got to realize is, once you trap something and start looking at it and controlling and various other sort of things happening to it, you done changed the state of this particle or whatever you're dealing with. It's something like that. This is as close as I'm going to give it to you without sending me some money, sonny. Anyway, hell, I did not go to school for nothing. Anyway, that's what it was. And the thing is, the deeper you drill, the more you feel. So in other words, if you apply you some Heisenberg all up on top of that, what it would mean is, the more that you drill into the emotional state of the human brain, and you start looking at every situation on a microscopic level, well, it's some parent. If this here creature knows that that's what's happening, and there's outside things going on, it's a mess. It's a mess. So the deeper you go, well, ho. You start getting some Santa Claus and Santa stuff, because you need some elves for the help. And that's why I think the physics can be, brought out into consciousness, and you can apply some of the same principles. If you just look at stuff too close, well, hell, you'll just sit there and look at it, and you'll change everything, because you realize, well, that creature there, he's got this here propensity and that propensity, and we need to change this and we need to change that, because really, this stuff has just been going on forever. This is some, this thing built into the human brain as a beast, the beast that we are. It's just behavior. Anyway, there's other ways of modifying behavior other than looking at it. You might do. Get the creature to do. If the creature is busy and somewhat happy, then the creature will do. It's the state of man. What the hell? Oh, I did not know I had the froth hanging off my head. Anyway, that's what it is. When you drill, the deeper you drill, the more you feel. And what Coach Geffy has figured it out, when we got to the age of Aquarius and stuff like that, and the girl time, well, hell, that's why we're seeing the ball. The girls out there falling and kicking the ball. They're going to take over the ball. They done took it over the doctors. They done took over the nurses. If they keep acting like men, they'll be riding in the hearses, Cause men have killed themselves through trying to take care of the girl. All his esoteric and exploratory, and that other word that starts with evolutionary life on this here planet. And now, through technology, the chickaboo, they say the weaker sex, has taken the reins. And the wagon train is going down a bumpy road. And the horses have been spooked. And I think that's why certain things is happening in this world. Chaos, chaos. We look too close, we get too close, and the next thing you know, you're failing. You're failing so much. Coach Catfish is averse to failing too much. Cause the deeper you drill, the more you feel. So hell, I just won't drill so deep. I'll just do things. I'll got there and work on the plants. Get your chickens fed. Do some engineering. Think of some heavy, some kind of evolutionary, statistical distributions of what Peep Smack is doing today and what it may do tomorrow. The age of Aquarius. The deeper you drill, the more you feel. It's all about the girl. The dent has a hint. The dangle is gonna get strangled. Anyway, Coach Kevin's out of here. I don't know what to tell you. It was never the technology. It was consciousness. The chaotic subscript of reality. Praise the Yah. We need to get us some artificial scarcity. Yeah.